So I know you probably don't need another eyeshadow palette, but I want to tell you about the Marc Jacobs Vamp Palette that I think you should get anyway because it's pretty nice. So this video is going to be a little mini review of the Plush Vamp Palette from Marc Jacobs that I really like. So yeah, let's get into it. So if you're watching this video now, that means it is winter time and it's time to put all those light colored eyeshadows away and time to start breaking out the darker colored eyeshadows, start making smoky eyes, you know, that kind of thing. So I will be talking about the Marc Jacobs Style Icon No. 7 Vamp Palette. This retails for $59. You can get this at marcjacobs.com or Sephora, which is the main place that they're selling it on. You can pick it up. I actually did not pay for this palette. This was actually given to me, or yeah, I actually won it in a giveaway. If you follow Marc Beauty on Twitter, you should really follow them because I know for the time being they've been having like giveaways almost every week. They'll give away, you know, an eyeshadow palette, they'll give away nail polishes, lip glosses, you know, things from the Marc Beauty line. And it's very simple to enter the giveaway. You know, you see one of their tweets and they'll ask you a question, which they also give you the place to look up the answer to. Just look it up, answer it, retweet it, tweet it, you know. Well, anyways, about like a month and a half ago, I did it, you know, just on a whim. I was on Twitter, I seen it, I was like, hey, why not? I like never win anything anyway. And then all of a sudden, like probably like a few weeks later or something like that, I got a DM from Marc Jacobs saying that I was actually the backup winner for the contest for this eyeshadow palette. And I was so geeked and excited because I am loving the Marc Jacobs makeup line. As you guys know, and I'll have to link the video down below, I bought their foundation, the powder, the face powder, the brush, and also the bronzer. And I'm actually wearing all Marc Jacobs today except for my lipstick and my blush, but everything else, and mascara, but everything else, my eye makeup and my face makeup was all Marc Jacobs. And I've really been loving their beauty line, so I was so excited to get this baby in. And I kept the box just for you guys. Like I said, it retails for about $59, so it is pricey. This is considered a high-end brand, but I have to say that, you know, from my personal experience so far, you know, it's pricey, but the products that I've bought, I really do like and enjoy. The products are kind of to each his own. You'll get some reviews of people liking it, some people are not too sure. It really depends on the person, but I personally like it. So yeah, it was my money well spent. And of course, with all the packaging, like I know my bronzer and face powder came in. It comes in a nice little Marc Jacobs sleeve. It's really nice. And of course, here is the palette. It just slides right out. And I do have to say, I love the packaging. It's so sleek, it's so modern. I just love it, but it does fingerprint easily. I try to wipe it off a little bit for you guys, but you know, you get your fingerprints on this thing. It's so easy to get it messed up. But here it is right here, and then you turn it over and it's like bam, you have the name, which is a 208 Vamp, and it has all the little color swatches right here, which is really nice. And it's called the Plush eyeshadow, and I will be putting up the post so you can see up close pictures of swatches for this eyeshadow as well. I'm currently wearing 4 of the colors on my eyes. Let me know what you guys think of the eye look. I really was just playing around. I really wasn't trying to do anything specific. But it comes like this with the mirror. I'll do a little flash because I don't want to show you guys the mirror. You can see yourself. Of course, it comes with a little Marc Jacobs cover, which is always nice. It keeps it protected. I actually keep this in my powders, my bronzer, my powder, and the eyeshadow, just because it just keeps, you know, any fallout or anything, which honestly there really isn't much at all, but you know, it just protects it a little bit. And here are the eyeshadows. I will try to go slow for you guys so you can see. Really dark colors. You can totally see why they call it the Vamp palette. It is perfect for winter, for fall, really for any time. It's great for that smoky eye look. I don't really do much of smoky eyes, but if you're into the whole smoky eye thing, this is the palette that you probably really want to look into as well. It has one light shade, as you can see here. I actually don't think, they don't have any names or numbers, so I'm gonna just go the light shade right here. Bam. Which I use for like my area up here. I can't think of the name, forgive me, but I'm gonna go ahead and quickly swatch these colors for you guys. And I have to say, I was very surprised, and you will see in my swatches on curlygirlbeauty.com how pigmented these eyeshadows are. And I was very surprised, and I was also very happy, because even though I didn't pay for this, it means that if you do shell out that 60 bucks for this eyeshadow palette, you are going to get very pigmented eyeshadows, which is always a great thing. So let's go ahead and swatch these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the navy sparkly color. Again, these don't have numbers or names, but this is a really pretty navy blue. It looks like it has some shimmer in it, but the thing is, it doesn't have like a lot of chunky shimmer. And here's a swatch right here on my wrist. I really like this color. It's a really nice, beautiful color. I still have color on my finger. It's very pigmented. It seems like a little will go a long way, as you can see, which I really like. The next color is a gray color, and I have to say, with all these eyeshadows, they all have like some like glitter shimmer to them, but it's not like chunky glitter though, so you don't have to worry about that. So the right next to it is the gray shimmer color. It's not chunky. The texture is really smooth. It goes on smooth. They also blend really nicely, which I like. The third color I'll be swatching is the light pearl color. This one is the lightest color. This one, even when I used it on my brow bone, I had to use just a little more because it's so light, but it is nicely pigmented, as you can see here. It's a very nice blending color. I also used it as my base on my eye color look today. And this is the most universal color that you have in the palette, because you could really use this for, you know, so many things and so many eye looks. The next color is a cranberry purplish color. I like this color. I've already worn this shade a few times already. Really pretty, really sparkly. This is definitely perfect for the holiday side. As you can see, really, really pretty. The next is a green color. I'm running out of fingers. This is also great for a holiday as well. Also very, very nice. I'm gonna go move to my other arm. Now the green color, I would say, I have to say, is pigmented, but it's not as pigmented as the other colors. Like, I kind of had to swatch it just a couple times on my wrist, and when I used it on my eye, I kind of had to go over it a little more for more of the color to come out. But to me, that is a minor thing. It's a green color, so I don't know, I guess for me, I don't need like bam green, but it's enough color payoff for me. I don't mind putting it over a couple times to get that big color payoff, because mostly all the colors in here are very pigmented, so you know, it's not bad. The next is a nice brown color. This is deep and rich, very, very pigmented. I have to say that when you go to use these colors, as you can see still on my fingers, and I'm like keep swatching it over, do not use a heavy hand with these eyeshadow colors because they are so pigmented. So honestly, you'll take a brush, you'll like just dip it in there, put it on your eye, you'll see you already have like a ton of color. So do not use a heavy hand, or you will just get like raccoon eyes for real. Like your color would just be super, super dark. The last is your typical black color, but of course it does have the shimmer in it, and it also seems to have some grayish color in it, if that makes sense. Now this one, again, like the green, you probably have to go over it a couple times because it seems really dark and pigmented in the palette, but once you put it on, as you can see here, you can tell you kind of have to pack it on a little bit. Here are all of the 7 shades swatched, Now, as I mentioned before, you get a total of 7 eyeshadow shades in this palette, and 2 out of the 7 shades you have to work with a little more because they're not as totally pigmented as they seem in the pan. But I look at it as this: the rest of the eyeshadows are very pigmented and you have to be careful when using. So I'm not really a finicky person when it comes to that, although some of you guys may be, probably because of the price and because of the brand. But they are very smooth, they are very easy to work with as well. I really like it. As you can see, totally still on my hands. Here are all the colors in the palette right here. Very beautiful colors. And I have to say, you know, I do like the shimmery. To me, and for me, it is just enough shimmer. It's not chunky glitter. I don't even really think it's glitter. It's more like kind of like metallic-y, I guess is the word that I want to say. But again, the green and the black were ones that you do have to work out more of. But they blend easily. You can see my eye look again today, and I posted a picture on Instagram, so make sure you follow me at Curly Girl Beauty. But I really do like this palette. Yes, as far as lasting wear, I've used it with an eye primer and without an eye primer. I got pretty good long lasting wear, but I do want to mention the black eyeshadow color, which is right here on my arm. I tend to use black eyeshadow for like a liner on my eyelids, and I have to say that if you use the black eyeshadow as a liner from this palette, you really won't see a nice black color payoff. It kind of looks a little grayish. You kind of have to like keep going over it, or maybe even mix it with like a gel eyeliner to maybe intensify the color. But I just wanted to point that out because I know I do that, so maybe some of you guys will. But other than that, all in all, I really like the palette. I would say definitely check it out. I highly suggest that you go to Sephora, the actual store, if you can, to check out the Marc products in person and possibly get swatches and things like that. Up close pics will be on curlygirlbeauty.com, so make sure you check it out. And again, this is the StyleCon number 7 of Vamp Palette. Of course, I have my eyeshadow prints all over it now. It retails for $59 at Sephora.com or MarcJacobs.com. Make sure you check it out, and make sure you go and check out the blog and follow me on Twitter at Curly Girl Beauty. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.